Hello and welcome to another video. Was filming chasing big ladies in Lapland back in the summer. I recorded a segment on the fishing gear used up there. That didn't fit into the final film, so I've put it here in a separate video. If you haven't seen the film yet, there's a link to that up here, so go and check it out. All of the products are listed in the description with shopping links to them, or similar products if they're no longer available. Now, let's go back to Lapland. So I thought I'd take a moment now to talk about what gear I'm using this week. And since we are primarily targeting grayling on the dry fly, my main rod is a 9-foot 5-weight Epic 590C, and this is a great rod for punching through the wind if necessary. It's got a lot of backbone to land good fish, and yeah, it's a great all-round rod, but great for casting dry flies. And I've got a guideline presentation plus fly line on here with a leader of 9-foot 3X. 3X might sound a bit much for dry fly fishing, but the fish here can be pretty big and they're not so shy. They'll also go for snags, and yesterday I got my leader pretty torn up, or at least the tippet quite torn up by a big fish on some rocks, so that needed changing. Yeah, other than that, I have a streamer rod, which is a glass rod, an Epic 686. This is a 8-foot 6 weight, where I have a weight forward floating line on, and a leader of around 7 foot in 0x. And on here I pretty much just keep a bead-headed woolly bugger, and that's normally pretty successful around here. But as I said, I would rather just use the dry fly, but the streamer's there if needed. I have a 4-weight glass rod here as well for fun dry fly fishing when the wind's not too heavy and we're fairly close to the fish on the river. So this is a great fun rod to use, and it has a double taper fly line on here. Again, the same 3X 9-foot tippet. And finally, for targeting pike, I have a 9-weight 9-foot. This is a Farlow's saltwater series, and here I've got a sink tip fly line, a titanium tippet, and this concoction. That's it. So the flies that I'll use for targeting grayling up here are pretty limited. As far as streamers go, there's the black woolly bugger, and that's pretty much it. On the dry fly front, there's a Goddard caddis, there's a black clinkhammer, there's a red tag, which can also be swung beneath the surface slightly, and then to go a little bit further below the surface but not far, I have a black PTN with an orange butt. And that's pretty much it. I may occasionally go for something a bit heavier from this side, maybe an orange tag with a bead head or a caddis imitation, but that's a lot. At the end of the week, I did fish with another couple of setups that I wasn't expecting to, with some degree of success. Firstly, there was this large Nalle Puh. It's a Finnish pattern, and Nalle Puh is the Finnish name for Winnie the Pooh. The wing was originally tied with bear fur. hence the name, though most now tie it with synthetic alternatives. It's supposed to be a caddis imitation, though I think of it more as a generic dry fly. And this one is tied on a size 12 hook. The rig with which I hooked up to a huge grayling on the final day was a Jig PTN beneath a strike indicator. That's a fish. It's a nice fish. Whoa. I regularly use the Jig PTN as a point fly when tight line nymphing, and I have a tying video for this exact pattern up here. This is a size 14 with a heavy copper coloured tungsten bead and a fluorescent orange collar. The strike indicator used is something that I've been testing out a lot this season, and it's from Oros. I love how easy these strike indicators are to attach and remove from the leader, leaving no kinks or residue. It's always very easy to carry a couple of different sizes with me in my fly box in a dry fly compartment. The size that I used in Lapland was the small one. If you have any further questions on the gear, rigs, etc., please do leave a comment and I'll be more than happy to answer. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.